Namaskar. My name is Acharya Dharma Premananda Avadut. I am a follower of the teachings and practices given by Sri Sri Anand Murti Ji, the founder of Anand Marga Socio-Spiritual Movement. My spiritual master has the main influence on how I have developed spirituality in my life and how I have understood the different aspects of spirituality and its implementation in the real world. At the age of 14, I decided to dedicate my life for the service of whole creation. In the year 1989, upon leaving my worldly house, I underwent spiritual training. And since then, I toured in different parts of India and around the world, speaking on socio-spiritual subjects and helping run many social service projects. I interact with many people and have shared a lot of views on what is happening nowadays and how should we cope up with it. Many of us, while remaining confined in our homes or at any place, we are looking at ways to engage the mind into something that is constructive, rather beneficial. I understand that many of us heavily rely on modern technology to connect with the world, such as Facebook, Twitter, Skype, Zoom, and many different ways. All these social media provide some venue to express and connect with others who are far distant. The overall impact and dependency may have negative and positive outcomes depending on how we utilize these platforms in our interactions. This can also bring some stress as we don't have means to connect with the people face to face in real life, and everything is being done remotely. So being confined in one limited place, we are very much prone to a kind of situation where we may develop frustrations, we may develop different kind of mental issues that we may not know how to deal with that. The world we find by means of technology has some limitation. You don't really get to feel and sense the emotions of the people remotely. Whereas if we can find a way to not just connect with this limited means, if we can find a way to expand my exposure far more than that, enable the mind to go deeper within ourselves and open and connect with the whole far better and bigger world which exists within our imagination and thoughts, and not necessarily just limit ourselves with the social media platforms. Then I'm not only connecting myself far better with the world and not relying necessarily on the technology, but also I'm expanding the periphery of my mental thinking, my mental thought periphery. And that can be done, that can be achieved through a process of meditation. Meditation is a way to not just connect with some people, not just connect with one particular space, like how we do in social media and all that. I understand, currently we don't have other way to express or to connect with people. But meditation is a way through which I can connect with the whole universe. This may be a kind of very hypothetical thinking, very imaginary, but I'll try to explain how this connection with the universe can happen with the meditation. We all are very smart people. We all have been exposed to situations, have read many books, have listened to many lectures from different sources. So I believe that most of us have some knowledge on spirituality, meditation and all that. But when you develop a perspective of meditation from your experience point of view, there lies a difference. you come out of books and try to realize the reality of meditation, the real impact of meditation that it can do to your life. One of the impact of meditation is, but one of the key factors that you will start to understand if you learn how to go deeper within yourself is the process of de-egoification. Egoification is a process where I build my ego, I build my perception, I build I strengthen myself, but I don't expand myself. So when you experience the real form of meditation, you'll know that it's a process of expanding your ego. And ego means selfishness, thinking about oneself. And de-ego means anti-ego, where your ego is actually going beyond the self. You start to expand into other people, other places, the whole world you try to expand into. So this process of expansion, which is happening through meditation, it's de-egoification. So meditation is a way to connect with the whole universe. It's an art, it's a skill. And in this current situation of coronavirus, where we all are stuck right now, and we don't have any other means to go out and express and do other things, let's turn this challenge into an opportunity and develop the skills of looking inside. So through meditation, let's try to connect with the whole universe, not just one Facebook or Twitter or very limited social media. Let's connect with the whole God media, which is far greater and bigger than the social media. Different people, different organizations, different monks like me would explain the meditation in so many different ways. But there is certain things that you can develop yourself. You don't need help from anybody else. You just need to know how to look at yourself. How many of you might have heard the word self-realization? And self-realization is a very high-sounding word. Atma-jnanam, self-realization. And when we hear this word, it's like ringing a big bell. Something is happening, is a big achievement. Whereas this is extremely ordinary thing for us to know. Self-realization means knowing everything about oneself. When we realize ourselves, we know not only our strength but also weaknesses. Many of you might have heard this SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity and threats, in the business management language. The idea is not too far away from the idea of spirituality. Similar principles are applied in meditation process also. If I can understand all about myself, all my strength, all my weaknesses, all kinds of threats I face, all kinds of opportunities that I can gather all around, possibilities I can build. So when I have a full knowledge of everything about myself, that's exactly what is called self-realization. And self-realization is the very first step that you start to build towards becoming a meditator. And that's how you start to know how to connect within yourself. We need to develop certain perspective. Meditation cannot be a process just sitting down mechanically and try to do something. You can do a simple breathing and feel very relaxed about that. Would you call that developing inner connection? Probably no, you are just feeling relaxed. Or I may be chanting certain things, and by chanting I'm kind of building some momentum. But is that enough? Is that what you can say a complete meditation? Probably not, because in spiritual language the word used is called sadhana. Sadhana means you have an aim that you try to go towards. So the basis of meditation practice is expansion of mind. Expansion of mind in a way that you expand from yourself into the whole universe all around you. When we develop this art of realizing oneself, we should refrain from jumping out of what I can say ordinary and normal. Many times we think that these kind of things I have to do something extra. In fact, it is just opposite. Rather focus on exactly who you are, how you are made, how God has created you, how the nature has created you. Just focus on that. And you do not focus on yourself with any expectation that I have to be like that, I have to be like this. You do not compare yourself with anybody else. Rather, just focus and start to build awareness about yourself, nothing else. And once you start to look more and more towards yourself, you will also find that there is nothing wrong in what you are. Absolutely nothing wrong in what you are. Developing simplicity is a very important or key factor in getting into meditation. Here simplicity means we have built all these layers over our mind over the time. Some have been imposed, some have been acquired by looking and watching others, and some tendencies we have inborn. So all these tendencies are accumulated together, and that develops a personality within myself. And that personality is how I go around and behave myself, how I conduct myself with the people. All that layers which has been built around me is actually an obstruction in becoming my true self. Because if I want to see if I'm good or bad, I'm going to compare with others and then think, oh, I'm good or I'm not good. I can think I am inferior, I'm superior, I'm ugly, I'm beautiful, I'm big or small. All that comparison I develop based on the imposed ideas I have on my mind. So simplicity means getting rid of all of that. If I have, if the nature has built some anger in me, or if nature has given some fear in me, there is certain use of that. And I have to find a way how to use that. Everything within my personality is created for a purpose. Make the mind as original as possible, in as original state as we can, how it was right from the beginning, right from the childhood. Then my true self, what I was when I was born, that pure self gets exposed out. If a person can be exactly who he or she is when a person was born until a person dies, in my consideration, that person is the happiest person, the truest self person. One thing I can say as a conclusion, in this current situation of coronavirus, it's important for us to develop this art of utilizing myself completely, even while remaining within myself. So maybe this is a great opportunity for us to just go within oneself and develop a complete self-awareness and expand that self-awareness into an awareness of everything around me and expand it further into the awareness of the whole universe. And that is how it's going to prepare you for a true meditation. Whatever meditation you decide to do, this will be a beginning, a preparation for you to have.